Hey, what's going on, boys? CGOD back again. We on the Caprice again today, boys. 1979 Caprice, classic Lando Era Coupe. Y'all know what it is. Today, we're gonna be doing some modifications because, so we'll come to the back here. So this is cool, you know. I don't know if I had the back all the way locked up or not, but I mean, I want to get it lower a little bit in the back, so that means cutting them springs. But before we can do that, we'll come up here. You see, so this is locked up, right? So right here we're not hitting the exhaust, but anytime we lay it down, we will be hitting the exhaust, right? So that's not what we want. So what I'm gonna be doing today, I wanted to delete the cat, right? So that was the idea, delete the cat. But either way, we need to move that muffler back a little bit for sure. So that's got to happen either way. But maybe, boys, maybe we'll just like get rid of the muffler entirely and see how that sounds. I kind of like that idea. See how it sounds, no muffler. So I'm gonna go ahead and yank this clamp off and see what it's like, boys. But yeah, and then in doing that, we'll be able to get our springs cut back here. You know what I mean? A little something, something. So let me get on that, boys. All right, boys. So we removed the muffler. So it didn't really change the sound too much, but we gained the clearance that we need. But I'm debating, here, let me go shut her down. Alright, so now, I'm debating though whether or not I should cut out the cat still. Because the muffler, I feel like, wasn't really doing anything. It didn't make the sound change at all. You know what I mean? So what if I take this, I chop off the turn down tip, and then I bring it on over here, and I basically cut out the cat, like from here over to where the hole is at, and put the muffler in that spot. You know what I mean? Something like that. And then I just weld the turn down on the end of the pipe over here, just so that it has a little razzle dazzle, you know. I'm wondering if that might be the move we make, you know. But it's pretty gosh darn cold out here, brothers. So this is good progress for now. I'm gonna get back on it though. Alright, boys, so yeah, as you can see, we got our exhaust out of the way, so it's no longer gonna be smacking our forelink. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be lowering this bad boy. So right now we're hitting right about 27 1/4 on height, because I'm trying to lower the rear, so we are going to be cutting some sprangy langies. Real nice, boys. 27 1/4. So let's see here. If we have down here, before we hit, I'd like to do like 1 inch. So if we can get it down to like 26 1/4, that'd be nice. I don't know if 1 inch at the suspension there is the same as it's going to be here, but I mean, one can only assume, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and probably chock the front wheels and start jacking up the rear of the car, and we'll probably put it on stands to be able to have the spring come down, and we'll give it some chopping, boys. Yeah. Alright, so here we have it jacked up. So you can see our spring here. It's probably like a pre-cut or something. I'm thinking I'm going to probably just cut a coil off of the spring, just like right here. Bink. Well, actually, I don't know. Because if I do that, I'm gonna have to cut the coil again to even get it off. Fuck. Nah, but yeah, well, I'm probably gonna cut it there, and then we'll see what we do from there. I might also cut off these old 4-link mounts that you see here. Just because whenever you have the back up, it's just not a good look, you know? Just have these random 4-link mounts. Same as the one over there, it's all bent up and stuff. So we might cut those out too, boys. Yeah, let me go ahead and get on it, and we'll see how it happens. Alright, boys? Yeet. Alright, boys, hopefully we didn't mess it up, but we cut off an entire coil, and then I had to cut it a little bit more just so that I can get it out from the cylinder sleeve. So I mean, now our little top cups is kind of linked, you know, but it should be alright. We're gonna go ahead and jack it up now, see where she lays. And while we have the car up in the air, I'm also gonna get under it and make sure while it is laid that we have good clearance, you know, with the drive shaft and everything, just in general. Make sure everything is gas. So I mean, as you can see, we're we cut a coil. I was gonna say we cut a quarter coil, but that's whack. Who does that? All right. So now, moment of truth. I'm gonna see how she goes up. Oh yeah. I'm scared, boys. Okay. So right there, we are up off of the stands, boys. Oh yeah. That's not bad. Yo, we're gonna have to cut a lot more coil. We didn't even lose very much from back here, boys. Hell yeah, we're gonna be able to slam this bad girl, dude. Woo! That's wicked, dude. Fuck, that means I'm gonna have to cut another, I don't know. More than likely though, that top coil, like it probably just ain't got nothing to do with nothing, you know? Cause legit, we still got all the room in the world back here underneath the frame. Let me pull the stands out, and we'll set the car actually down, see what it's looking like, you know. All right. I mean, it is lower, because now you can see that it's kind of the whole whip, like, nah, low-key, bro, I'm going to have to cut some more coil, dude. This is not cutting it. Yeah, I mean, it's down. Let's grab the tape, see where we're sitting at. Because this is just unacceptable, dude. And I thought cutting the coil was going to be too much, but hell no, brother. Bruh, it's like the same thing. It literally dropped like an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch, dude. Something ain't right here. This side dropped down a little tiny bit more, which is kind of weird. But regardless, it's still pretty much the same height, so that's not cool. We didn't drop anything by dumping the coils. So next action, I'm gonna jack it back up and get underneath the car and make sure we're not like sitting on a bump stop or anything silly like that, you know. And yeah, so let me get to it. Alright, so we ran into a couple of issues. I jacked up the diff, you know, to where the car was like sitting on its own weight or whatever on the springs, and I noticed that the springs, like the height didn't really change. It came down on the driver's side like barely, the tiniest bit, but it didn't really change. So I got underneath the car, and I noticed the springs weren't even like tensioned up really. So the upper control arms, or not upper control arms, but I don't know what the heck you'd call them, these bad boys. Okay, so right here, the upper 4-link, you could see right there, or like there's just a little window that it kind of goes through now. That's because I had to notch it. So there's like this little plate that's right there, I think, where maybe like it holds a bump stop and like some other stuff, right? So I ended up notching that out with a grinder, and here I can show you what it looks like. Okay, yeah, so like right here underneath here, our 4-link was hitting on that. So, I mean, it was not going to go anymore, you know. And then over there, we got it notched out as well. So now, we should have some travel. We're no longer hitting anything. We're fully sitting on the springs now. Low-key, we still got a lot of frame clearance on our lower 4-link bars, as you can see. So, I mean, I might even lower it some more. But another issue we're running into is our ears. Right there where the upper 4-link bars attach, it's basically maxing those out also. So I don't really want to break an ear or break off that upper arm or anything like that. So like I said, we did cut a coil off, so like it is sitting a little bit lower, I'd like to think, you know what I mean. But I'll set the car down right now. Oh, and I hit those pieces with some paint, you know, just to keep it nice and clean underneath there. Don't want any unwanted rust. But yeah, so I'm going to set the car down, boys, and maybe like hit the switch or something. It looks like we did lose a little bit of clearance underneath there. So, I mean, it should have gone lower, you know, I would think. If anything, let's do it right now. All right. But yeah, before, whenever you would drive it, I would notice that the rear was like violent sometimes, you know, for no apparent reason. And I just figured it was because that 4-link was hitting the muffler, you know, something like that. Pero, turns out it was also maxing out on that other stuff, you know. So, I mean, I do think it went a little bit lower, maybe. It sits down, you know, now. I don't know. I'll probably cut the springs some more low-key, because, I don't know. Like, it's lower, I think, but probably not by a lot. Maybe like half an inch or so. And that's unacceptable, boys. But at least now, before I used to have like the tiniest bit of, like, the front was a little tiny bit lower, and now it looks like the back is actually a hair lower than the front. So that's legit, you know. Try to put some weight on it. Either way, let's get the measuring tape, boys, see what we're sitting like now. Hopefully we made some improvement. Yeah, see, so we're sitting right at like 26.5. So we went from 27.25 down to 26.5. So we dropped 3/4 inch. Hopefully this side is also 26.5, and then we'll be golden, boys. Nah, see, this side's a little bit higher. Well, it might also be because the concrete's messed up. I don't know. It's pretty close, though. I mean, if you look at it, we're pretty close. So it did indeed drop pretty good all around. And I mean, that's plenty of clearance now. Our ride quality should be way better. That's the reason why I don't necessarily want to drop it more in the back. At least now it sits nice. What's happening, dude? Just out here recording this shit, cutting springs and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I had a homie roll by. My bad, guys. Sorry for the interruption. But yeah, and then I went ahead also. I had noticed, like, if you look in here, so you could see the frame right behind there. I don't know if you'd be able to. But either way, I was able to notice the frame, and like on this side, the wheel wasn't, it's not centered, right? Like on that hump of the frame, it's a little bit more back. And the other side was centered. And I had noticed that my wheels on this side kind of would look like toed out. Oh, my bad, I'm still zoomed in. It would kind of look like toed out, right? So I went ahead and extended the lower on this side to be able to get this one also slightly, you know, to the back. It looks pretty firme. I don't know. I'd like to cut like another half coil and just see what it does, you know, because I like my whips to sit low, but I don't want it to be, you know, like much lower than the front either. I'd mainly just wanted the back to sit down low, that way whenever the front is locked up, it's like even more gangsta tilted out, you know. But if anything, I'm gonna leave it here. We'll see how it rides and stuff, because I mean, I'm gonna assume that it's much better. And now that we actually have travel, you know, in our 4-link, we're not hitting mufflers and stuff, none of that stuff. We should be able to test the limits, you know, because I'd really rather not bang the lower arms on the frame, you know. That's mainly what I'm worried about. But in pushing out the lower arm, not only did we get our rear end more centered, but we also kind of like changed our angle of it a little bit. That way we're not eating up at the top arms, because those were maxing out like I was telling you guys. So yeah, that's it, bros. We dropped like 3/4 of an inch. Nothing too crazy at all, really. I mean, it's just this. That's all we cut off, you know. Might do like half a coil. But like I said, we're gonna see how she rides like this. Other than that, I don't remember what else we were doing in this video. Oh yeah, that exhaust right here. Yeah, so far I'm just gonna leave that shit off, boys. Leave the exhaust off, and basically, I mean, call it good. It really didn't even change the sound. I don't think that thing was doing anything. It's all beat up. I do still want to delete the cat, but like I said, now that it's kind of running better, that was the main reason for deleting the cat, was because I was hoping for it to run better. Maybe it was clogged, you know, because it might be from like 79 or whatever. But it does sound a little bit funny, so low-key, you know, eventually exhaust is on the list, definitely, you know. But, that's going to be it for now, boys. Sorry for the wind noise. We outside. It's cold. We got to do what we got to do out here in Kansas. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You enjoyed the video, give a big thumbs up, and make sure you stay tuned, because we're probably going to lower it some more, low-key. Y'all know how it is. But I got some other things to do today, so this is going to be it, boys. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.